Welcome to Education Exchange, our dear friends and audience. This is your favorite program ever, locally and nationally. If you can watch us on local channel 18 and 21 or on YouTube. And we have a present from City High School tonight, very unique present. And we have a bouquet of German students visiting us in Iowa City in the exchange, American-German exchange program. Thanks to the German department, and we have one of the teachers of the German department here, Casey, in the middle. And on our right side is Elizabeth, a teacher from Germany, and Ursula on my right-hand side. I'm so honored to have you tonight in our program. And Casey, I would like you to introduce our audience to the program and tell them the history, a little bit history of how did it start.
Sure. So this exchange at City High was established during the 1989-1990 school year, and the organization that helped us establish it is called the German American Partnership Program, or GAP for short. And this is an organization that is sponsored by the German government, also the U.S. government plays a role, and it's just to help unite students in the two countries. So the GAP organization connects one school with another school in a partnership, and then those schools stay connected for the exchange year after year. And so the German teachers at City at the time were interested in joining this, and so they did, and we were connected with the schools. And then when I came in a few years ago, I took over the exchange that had been upheld by previous teachers, and so we've had this now for 25 years in the school with the same partner schools.
Casey, I belong to an older generation of teachers in the district here, and I remember my friend Heidi Gahler. She was a German teacher at West High, as a matter of fact, and her dream was to create a program like that. But do they have the same program at West, or it's unique now for
only City High has this program in Iowa City. While many schools throughout the United States have a GAP exchange program, we have the only one in town.
So you're a pioneer in this experience.
Yes, my predecessors were pioneers in this experience, and it is a very strong exchange, and we're happy to continue it.
Okay, that's wonderful. Now let us move to you, Elizabeth, and tell us about the experience. And is it your first time in the United States? And
it's actually my second time in Iowa City. I've been here, or I was here 4 years ago with another group of students, and we were very happy that we were able to send another group over this time. So the exchange is every 2 years. And there are many students, many German students who would like to go on the exchange, but we only can give the opportunity to go to the US to a couple of students. So there are 15 students with us, and we have a selection of 5 students here in the program today. And we have to draw actually to be able to decide who is going to the US, because there are so many students who would really love to go, and it's compulsory to learn English in German schools. So this is also why many students would like to see the US.
So it's a matter of luck. It's not like a grade point average or achievement or
you
rewarding.
have to be in a certain grade.
You have to be in a certain grade.
But there are many pupils who actually meet the requirements, and this is why we still have to make a draw.
And before I move to Ursula here, I want to get back to this bouquet of flowers and roses out there. And I would like to ask one of you to tell me what is the main difference that you find in American schools compared to German schools. The first thing that when you go to Germany you say, that's where they are different. Because we know there is a lot of similarity. We both belong to the Western Hemisphere. Cultures are similar. Iowa, pretty much Germanic heritage. Midwestern state, but what is the real difference that you see?
Well, I think the people are different in general. And then the school system is very different, and then there are different schedules, and that's what I think is the main difference.
Let us talk about the first one. The people are different as far as educators, style of teaching, how the schools are run, how different they are.
Well, whenever I entrance a shop, then they are all very nice, and they ask about your day and stuff. And also the teachers, they are very funny, and they are very cool, and they don't mind telling a joke and stuff. So that's what I really like.
So you like the American sense of humor?
Yes.
Okay. Any other observation you have?
Yeah, I think the main difference to German schools is that you don't have the same lessons every day, so they change from day to day, and yeah, there's always kind of new stuff in it every day.
You like this kind of variation?
Yeah, but I wouldn't say I don't like the American schools because
That's the style.
that's it. Yeah.
Let us see your neighbor. She has a wonderful smile there.
Thanks. Yeah, I think also the classes are very different. For example, you have marching band in City High, and also the early bird, the sport in the morning before the school starts.
You don't like to wake up early?
No.
I guess yeah. Europe is kind of laid back, right?
Yeah.
Stay up late in the night, wake up a little bit late in the morning.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Do you have something to add to this?
Yes.
Please go.
I think the whole system, not only the system, also the lessons, which Nina said, are very different. And in Germany we have 45 minutes lessons, and after 90 minutes a break. And the American students have 1 hour and then no breaks. They must go to the next lesson, and I think that's much harder than German schools. So I'm very sad for them. So I'm very happy that I'm going to German school. But I think the lessons, who Nina also said, are much better. So you have cooking or so in your schools, and it's some kind of more humanity. Yes, because you learn more different things. That's very good.
When you speak of humanities, you're talking about like social studies, language arts, poetry, all
Yes.
reading and so forth,
Yes.
right? Please go.
Yeah, I think another big point is, so our school is even a bit different to their school because we have 1.5 hour a lesson. And so we have between every lesson 15 minutes break. And here in Iowa, it's only 5 minutes to get to another classroom. And sometimes it is really hard to get from the end from the building to the beginning from the building, where's your next lesson? And so we have to hurry, really.
Well, you can keep the microphone because I will come back to you after I talk with Ursula here. Ursula, I want you to simplify to me the main characteristic differences between teaching and the delivery system here and teaching methodology in Germany.
Well, I've noticed that teachers in America, maybe especially in City High, have to do a lot of testing all week long. And we also have testing, of course, but we have less, but more, maybe more severe testing. And so that makes teaching much more different from teaching in America.
When you, I have noticed in Europe in general, they don't have so much multiple choice questions. They rely on essays and things like that. Is that the same?
Yes, well, at the moment there are some changes also. We tend to do more multiple choice tests, especially in foreign languages, but also we put a lot of emphasis on making the students writing texts on the whole, and doing essays and things like that.
Casey, how our American students are, how do they perceive the newcomers from Germany? Do they communicate well? Do they ask them lots of questions? What kind of relationship between your students here and the visitors from Germany?
I think as a whole, all of the American students, especially all of the students in America who are learning German, are really excited to be able to have a chance to talk to people that are actually from Germany, because we don't have as many people from Germany here in Iowa City as you might be able, if you're learning Spanish, find someone who speaks Spanish. And so this is a nice opportunity, especially for them to find people their own age to talk to. And so all of the students at City High, I think, have been really positive about the exchange students coming, and they have lots of questions. They've come and the exchange students give presentations about different aspects of German culture in the classes, and they can go and visit any class at City High. Any teacher that would like to request a presentation can. And then the students will come and give a presentation, and then the American students who are viewing that always have lots of questions.
Elizabeth, this is how many weeks? 2 weeks here?
Yes,
There-
we are here in Iowa for 2 weeks, and then we'll actually head on to Chicago, stay for another couple of days before we go back to Germany.
So you're going to Chicago for touristic visits, museums?
Yes, we wanted to provide a full American experience, and that means going to Iowa and see the countryside and Iowa City, and then go to a bigger town and see the skyscrapers, because we do not really have skyscrapers in Germany, so this will be a special experience for our students as well. And we think this is very important for them, so that they really have a broader idea of the United States.
That's a good idea, great idea. Now, the microphone is with you still, and I would like you to proceed by telling me. I have visited Germany once in my life, Munich, a long time ago. But I have noticed recently, through people who go and travel and come back, that the American culture is widespread there. You know a lot about American music, American dance, American stars. You read a lot about what is this affinity with American culture that you have there. Can you tell me about your generation?
Yeah, I think the main part from the American culture that is in Germany is really the music and the TV shows and movies. So the most people in my age listen to music, so the many pop music like Rihanna or something like this, and many listen to rock music like AC/DC. It's really popular here too. Yeah, and especially the movies. Many movies are made in America, so
They are popular there in Germany.
very.
What other people think about music, and do you have certain preference, for instance? If I ask you about some bands or singers.
Yeah, I don't listen to German music at all. I prefer English music, so I normally hear to hard rock or heavy metal. So I like the old rock too, like Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath,
Oh, wow.
and these old kind of stuff. Yeah, or Iron Maiden too.
How about you?
I really like the TV shows, and for example, How I Met Your Mother or something like that. And many of the American students ask me if I look them too. And yeah, so I see that the Americans like the same shows like the Germans. So yeah, How I Met Your Mother, The Big Bang Theory, and yeah.
Well, let us move to the taste about food now. Before, yeah.
Yes, I was very not shocked. It was so different. Your food is very, very different from ours. Everything is sweet. For example, I eat a pretzel, and in Germany, pretzels aren't sweet and your pretzels are sweet. And then we ate each cake at a homecoming party, and the cake was so sweet. It was very, very sweet with frosting and so, but I think your sweets are much, much better than ours. I really like, I don't know, Wiener Schnitzel or so, but I also like the sweet kind of American food, like burgers. You have many different kinds of burgers, and you have so much different kinds of soda. We only have cola, Sprite, and Fanta in Germany, and you have, I don't know, Pepsi with vanilla, and it's very, very funny, and I like very much drinks here.
Yeah, I like the Mexican food that you can get here very much in America. So yeah, many Mexican people. And also, my parents told me that in America you can buy very good steak. So I didn't try it yet, but I really have to. And to come back to the sweets, my favorite sweet is, I would say, Oreo cookies. I really like them. And in Germany, you can only buy one kind of Oreo cookies, so the normal white ones. And here in America, there are so many kinds of these Oreo cookies. I'm very surprised with it.
I also really like the American food. I like the breakfast pancakes and crabs and stuff like this. I really like it. And I guess in America there's a lot of Mexican and food and Chinese food, but I still won't miss the Turkish döner that we have in Germany. So
Well, that makes me happy because I was born somewhere in Turkey, so I have some sympathy about that. Well, let me ask you a question that's not really in the scenario here in front of me, but I am just so curious about it. You are at the age of dating now, of course, and start to feel something to the other sex or other person of significance. I want to see, how do you see our youth here dealing with dating and having, feelings and so forth, compared to Germany? And I want a frank and straightforward answer.
my host family told me that there are some couples in my age, and you only know them as couples, and that's what we don't have in Germany. I guess in Germany it's not that intensive, but we also have like dating people. So
What do other people think?
Yeah, I think it's very similar to Germany. So I didn't recognize
There's no difference.
many differences, no. So I think it's very similar.
Okay.
I think friendship and love and some kind of this is a very special thing. So every person feels it another kind of. And so I think American maybe feel other, but I think their love or friendship also looks the same as our one. So I don't think that Americans love their country more than Germans or another person like a friend. But I think that Germans and Americans aren't so different in this kind. It's very similar, yes.
Any other comment?
I also think that it's not very different. So what I've seen now, yeah, it wasn't very different. It's the same like in Germany, I think.
There's nothing to add more.
That's good. That's very good. So now, I think Elizabeth wrote here in planning this in our production meeting. She wanted you to know what is the motivation that you applied for this, or you wanted to come to the United States. Why? Why did you want to come to the United States?
Yeah, I want to learn to speak better English, and I hope it's okay like I'm speaking now. And sure, I want to see how the people here in America live, what they do in their free time or what they eat, and something like that. And that's the reason why I'm here.
I also want to speak more English and learn more English, and of course I want to see the high school because I've seen many high school movies, And yeah, I want to see if it's really so like in the movies.
Are you talking about High School Musical?
Yeah. Yeah,
And you like Zach and of course.
yeah.
I think for every German, America is this big America with Barack Obama and the big cars and so much food and so. And I want to see this because I was thinking it's not really like this with the cars and the food and yes, the high school, but it is really like this. Nothing against America, but you Americans are football crazy. Like we are football crazy, so soccer crazy, and I really like America. It's very nice here.
Yeah, like it too, and I think there isn't many to add. So
Okay.
so I came because of the same reasons, to learn about the culture, how they live here, and especially the language.
I came to improve my English, and then I also thought that this is probably the only chance to really get into the lifestyle and to live with a family, and so that's why I thought I would love to try it.
We have about 2 or 3 minutes. I would like to ask Elizabeth. I read a couple of comments from some German educators about the sports in general, and some comments in comparison between what's going on in Germany and here. And is there any really a difference, or?
Oh, it is really different because we are very impressed when we see City High School because it's a really big complex, and our school is much smaller, not because we have less students, but because we do not have a gym, we do not have a weight room, we do not offer sports classes or sport clubs after school, but this is organized by the pupils and in different clubs afterwards. So unfortunately, German students in general do not identify themselves with the school as much as they do in the US. The whole system is completely different. German students do sports, but they do it in their free time after school, and they do not do it in school. We see that the Americans are very enthusiastic about American football and basketball. We also have a very tall guy with us who was asked to play in in the City High team, and I'm sure he'd love to stay if he had the opportunity to do that. But in general, it's very different from our school system.
Ursula, do you focus on the arts there more than we do here? Music and arts?
Well, we of course the students have to take arts lessons, music lessons. They are compulsory at our school, but we have the students have got 4 main subjects, which is mathematics, 2 foreign languages, and German, of course. And so they focus a lot on these subjects.
Well, that was a very impressive interview, very informative, and on behalf of this group of people here, I thank you very much. You're lucky that we have our human resources director sitting there, Chase Remy, watching this program, and I am sure that all what you said is going to be on his desk for ideas. It's nice to have one of the decision makers sitting with us tonight. Casey, few words at the end of this interview. Your impressions, your aspirations for the future. Where are we going from here?
Well, my aspirations would be to keep this exchange going as long as we can, because it has so much history and it really does make an impact. And I see students who've done the exchange in the past and they stay in contact with their partner, and a lot of times they really do form lifelong friendships. We actually have a family participating this year, and the mother participated in the very first exchange, and now her son is participating. So I really think that this is something that sort of forms a community across countries, and it's really something special that we have here that I want to make sure continues.
Well, the director now, Mike Peterson, told me to wrap it up. I hate to do that, but I have to. We have only half an hour for this show, but we are going to be again on channel 18, that's local channel here, public access TV and thank them for giving us the facility and the studio and the lights and the staff. We have new equipment and new pictures and new sound system. Would be usually at 7 o'clock during dinner time on Mondays. And we are pretty much every night on the Education Channel 21, and we are on YouTube. So after you go back, you can find us on YouTube and share with your family your performance tonight. Thank you very much on behalf of John Karoff, Mike Peterson, Josh Godding, and all the people here. And thank you, Chase, for being with us tonight. Thank you.